Hello everybody, Toast Bomb here, and yesterday 343 released their weekly bulletin and we got some awesome CSR information on it, and oh man, it's so close, I can start to taste it, I can almost feel the CSR on my hands. I cannot wait for this, and it is releasing next Monday. So that is very, very soon. I've been waiting a long time for this, so I cannot wait to start grinding away on my 50. So, when it does come out, the ranks will all be reset down to 0. Technically, you do kind of have a behind-scenes sort of rank going on right now, but that will not be retroactive because they're probably changing the way the system works, and they want everybody on the same level playing field. Now, there are two ways that CSR is calculated, and this will differ depending upon which playlist you're playing. So for less competitive playlists, there will be the individual ranking. So this will be a ranking that only looks at how you did individually in that game. So even if it's a team game, like some 5v5 team game, if you do really bad but your team still wins, that doesn't matter because you did really bad and it's only scoring you individually. So you could, from that match, potentially go down a rank. And then the more competitive way is the team-based calculation, where it's basically only win-loss. I'm pretty sure there are other factors that go into it a little bit, kind of like the previous Halo games, where it did matter what rank the people you were playing against were. That did influence it slightly, but it was like 90% win-loss. So that is how those more competitive playlists are going to act. And here are the playlists. So the individual scoring playlists will be Infinity Slayer, Big Team Infinity Slayer, Rumble Pit, Multi-Team, Action Sack, Flood, Snipers, Regicide, and SWAT. And then the team scoring playlist will be the Castle Team DLC, Team Objective, Capture the Flag, Dominion, Team Throwdown, Team Doubles, and Griffball. Now there are pros and cons to these two different ways of going about scoring stuff. If you use the individual way, it's very hard for you to carry. In the previous games, if you wanted to get your 50, you could just go in with a group of really good people, and as long as they could carry you enough and you could win enough matches, you would get a 50. So with this individual scoring, that's not gonna fly. So that's the positive to it, is that you can't carry. But the negative to it is that if you're on a team, eventually you get to the point where you start having roles, you start having objective players, you start having your support players, and the person who's going to get the more kills and probably going to be the one more likely to rank up is going to be the main Slayer role, because they're the person who's running around, sniping people in the face, doing a majority of that work. Not to say that the other people don't do that, but the main Slayer is the person who does that the most. So that's kind of the downfall of that system. But on the flip side, that is not the case with the team scoring system. And they actually did something that is very interesting with the team scoring system, is that they look at the average team skill. So if you go in with a really low ranking person, right? So you have like the example they give, 240s go in with a 10. And alright, they're all playing, so the average team is about around a 30. So when they keep winning, those 40s will actually go down, and that 10 will go up, and they'll meet in the middle, the average of the two. So you can't really carry because you're just going to get brought down, and that person's going to get brought up until you meet in the center. So that's a pretty interesting, cool way that I thought that would help solve that problem that was in the previous Halo games. And now if you see someone with that 50 in these competitive playlists, you will know that they didn't cheat for that thing. They didn't just get carried by somebody who's way better than them. They got it legitimately. So if you quit early in the mainstream playlist, that's what they're calling the individually scoring playlist, the mainstream playlist, you will just be considered the lowest ranked person. But for competitive playlists, that will just be considered a loss. Now, if you get a join in progress game, it'll just treat you as though you've been there the entire time. So they try to kind of prevent this in the more competitive games by having a very small window for the join in progress. It's only a minute long, so if people quit out very early in the game, there's still a possibility for that slot to be filled up, but it's not quite a long enough time for you to be at an extreme disadvantage when you join that game. And then also for the competitive playlist, they're not allowing friends to join in progress. But there will be resets at some time, and they say they're taking them seriously, so there will be pretty few and far between. They're only going to be there if they really need to update, or they have like a better system or whatever to update the calculations for how CSR works, or there's some sort of major game update that's totally going to change the way people play, and that's not going to be an accurate representation of their skill because the game has changed so much, or for special events. And they also said that if this does happen, you will know, they will be posting about it. It's not like you're going to log on and your rank is going to be lost. So that's the information we got about the CSR system. It's coming out next Monday, and dude, I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. This thing sounds freaking cool, and I was reading this morning, and man, I just got this feels like butterflies in my stomach. Awesome, so awesome. It just remembering back to that feeling of Halo 3 when you went up that rank, or in Halo 2 when you got up just that one number. And it's just a number, but it means so much. It's so awesome, and you grind away for so long trying to get good enough to rank up, and then when you finally do, you finally get that and you see that number flick. It's just the greatest feeling. It's such an accomplishment, and I absolutely cannot wait. And I really want to get my 50 in Action Sack because I think that would be hilarious. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked it, you can leave a like or a comment, or you could subscribe because I post new Halo videos every day. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.